You're out with him, laughing at his jokes, feeling the connection, then suddenly, he goes silent. Hours turn into days, and you're left staring at your phone, wondering what went wrong. It's that gut-wrenching moment when you realize he's ignoring you. The uncertainty, the anxiety. It's enough to drive anyone mad. But what if his silence could be your secret weapon? Instead of spiraling into panic, there's one thing you can do that will flip the script and make him come running back to you. Stick with me, and by the end of this video, you'll not only understand why he's pulling away, but also have the exact tools to make him crave your attention like never before. Before I tell you what you should do when a man ignores you, it's crucial to understand why it happens in the first place. Men often retreat when they feel overwhelmed, uncertain, or even when they're trying to test the waters. This behavior is rooted in a mix of biology and psychology. Studies show that when men face emotional stress, they tend to withdraw as a coping mechanism. It's not necessarily about you. Sometimes it's their way of dealing with internal conflict. But while you're tempted to chase after him, doing so often reinforces his need to distance himself. So, what's the better approach? That's what we're about to explain. 1. Surround yourself with guy best friends. Men are naturally competitive, especially when it comes to women. By surrounding yourself with other men, especially close male friends, you subtly signal that you're desirable and in demand. This taps into his primal instincts, making him realize that if he doesn't step up, someone else will. Real-world examples show that when a man sees you interacting comfortably with other guys, he's more likely to feel a renewed sense of urgency to win you over. The key here isn't to make him jealous, but to demonstrate that you have options, and his absence doesn't leave a void. 2. Reduce the time you give him. Here's the hard truth. Time is your most valuable asset. When a man ignores you, it's easy to fall into the trap of waiting around for his attention. But what if you took a different approach? By deliberately reducing the time you dedicate to him, you create a sense of scarcity. The less available you are, the more valuable your time becomes. This tactic isn't about playing games. It's about respecting your own time and energy. Research in human behavior shows that people value what they perceive as scarce. When you stop making yourself so accessible, you'll find that he begins to wonder what's changed, and he'll be drawn back to you, eager to reclaim your attention. 3. Surprise him with something he likes. When you do interact with him, make it count. A well-timed, thoughtful gesture can speak volumes. If he's been distant, catch him off guard with something you know he loves. Maybe it's a small gift that reflects his interests. Or perhaps it's planning an activity he enjoys. The goal is to break the monotony and remind him why he was drawn to you in the first place. Studies on human interaction reveal that unexpected positive surprises can create stronger emotional bonds. By giving him a pleasant surprise, you're reigniting the spark in a way that feels genuine and personal. 4. Dress to undress. Appearance isn't everything, but it's a powerful tool in your arsenal. When a man starts to pull away, it's easy to feel insecure. Instead of retreating, step up your game. Dress in a way that makes you feel confident and sexy, not for him, but for yourself. Confidence is incredibly attractive, and when you walk into a room exuding self-assurance, it's hard for anyone, including him, to ignore you. Psychological studies have shown that how we dress directly impacts our mood and how others perceive us. By dressing to impress, you're sending a clear message. You know your worth, and you won't settle for less. 5. Don't overtalk or try hard to impress. One of the biggest mistakes people make when they feel ignored is overcompensating by talking too much or trying too hard to impress. It's understandable. You want to remind him of how amazing you are. But here's the thing. Over-explaining or trying to force a connection can come across as needy. Instead, embrace the power of silence. Let your actions, not your words, do the talking. When you keep some mystery about you, it piques his curiosity and makes him want to know more. There's an old saying, less is more. In this case, that couldn't be more true. 6. Know your value. This might be the most important point of all. Knowing your value isn't just about self-esteem, it's about setting standards for how you allow others to treat you. When a man ignores you, it's easy to internalize that behavior as a reflection of your worth. But that's far from the truth. By knowing your value, you're setting a bar for how you expect to be treated. When he sees that you won't tolerate being ignored or mistreated, it sends a powerful message. High-value individuals attract high-value partners. Remember, you are the prize, and it's up to him to earn your attention, not the other way around. 7. Know your value, act like it. When you know your worth, it radiates in every interaction. But knowing it isn't enough, you have to act like it. A man is drawn to confidence, and when you carry yourself with self-assurance, it sends a clear message. You're not desperate, and you won't tolerate being ignored. Acting in line with your value means setting boundaries without saying a word. If he sees you respecting yourself, he'll realize he needs to step up his game. This isn't about arrogance, it's about quiet confidence that says, I know what I bring to the table. When you embody this mindset, he'll either rise to meet you, or you'll quickly see he's not worth your time. 8. Keep him guessing, but stay genuine. There's a fine line between being mysterious and being manipulative. The goal isn't to play games, but rather to maintain an element of surprise. Don't always be available or predictable. Sometimes, let him wonder what you're up to, but make sure it's rooted in your authentic life. Go out with friends, take up new hobbies, or invest in your career. This keeps your life rich and full, making you more attractive in the process. A man finds a woman who is comfortable in her own skin irresistible. When you keep him guessing in a way that's natural and genuine, it keeps the dynamic fresh and exciting. 9. Control the narrative without saying a word. Actions speak louder than words, and sometimes the best way to regain a man's attention is through subtle yet powerful actions. Shift the focus back to you by focusing on self-care, pursuing your passions, and being seen enjoying life. When he sees you thriving without needing his validation, it challenges his perception of you and makes him reconsider his approach. This isn't about playing hard to get. It's about showing him, without uttering a word, that you're in control of your happiness. It subtly shifts the power dynamic in your favor, making him realize what he's missing out on. 10. Show him that ignoring you is his loss. Finally, the most powerful move you can make is to live your life so fully and joyfully that he sees what he's losing by ignoring you. This doesn't mean flaunting your happiness to make him jealous. It means genuinely cultivating a life that you love. When a man sees you thriving, surrounded by positivity and people who value you, it highlights what he's missing out on. The realization that you're perfectly fine without him can be a powerful motivator for him to re-engage. In the end, the best revenge is success, living well and showing that his absence doesn't diminish your worth or joy. If you have made it this far, let us know what you think in the comments section below. For more interesting topics, make sure you watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.